Standing behind me is not one, but 3 brand new construction homes available for purchase by you as soon as possible. Now, these are Builder of the Year Award candidate worthy. These are 5-bed, 3-bathroom new construction homes on 55 by 100 foot lots. We're going to take you inside because they have everything that you would expect from this builder, brand new, plus everything, the little icing on top features, which I'm going to show you all of in just a second. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're taking you through a couple of homes, a starter home, a new construction home here on the south shore of Long Island. This is Nassau County. Beautiful as always, and it is a little bit cold outside, I do know that. So we did want to get some footage inside of the houses. We're also going to get you some footage of the surrounding towns, what the areas are like, so you have all that information, and you can take in just kind of the scenery, the view, and the lifestyle that goes along with living on the south shore of Nassau County. All right, so Steve, come on in. Now, right off the entry here, you have this sort of like welcoming area here where you're going to be hanging up your coats. So go ahead and come on in. Grand entryway here to your primary floor. We're going to see a lot of your active rooms and only 1 bedroom on this floor. All right, so right up off the grand entry here, you make your way into the main body of living space. Now, what I love about this space is that we're only at a 55 by 100 foot lot, so you would think that it's just a little bit thinner, but we really had no hesitation in completely wide open this floor plan up. And usually what you'll see in a colonial style home is more of this staircase being an obstacle, whereas right here it's not. It's tucked away to the side, so you're able to actually have like primary and secondary living space. This is like your first living area here. And you notice it's beautifully wainscoted molding on the side, crown molding up top, and right now you're looking at 8.5-foot ceilings. So the height and the depth not only are what really brings this place to life and really accentuates the space. And not only that, Stephen, but I know you see how huge these windows are. You have the double panes on the windows, and you actually have this triple wide window, which lets in a whole ton of light, because that's actually where your sunsets are going to come in from, really like this angle here, because that's more out to the west. So you're seeing that come in straight off every evening. You know, your sunrise is going to come on that side of the house. It's going to be your eastern exposure. Right into your formal dining room here. So separate from your kitchen, just like the living space that we have with our considerably 2 living rooms, you have a dining space here where you can leaf this table, open it wide up. Something I love that this builder does is it allows flexibility. So instead of putting up a huge wall where your formal dining room is going to be, you have the option that, hey, if you want to have this table be placed towards the eastern side of the house, towards the western side of the house, where you want your sunrise and sunset to be, you have the flexibility to do that. And we have buyers right now in contract with this builder coming to visit these builds that we have. So he's getting a ton of action. And this is why, because he leaves the options open to you. So come on back, Steve. I like to refer to this as the primary living space, like the living room. So right off of that main living space here, and you've got, of course, the wainscoting, the crown molding, hi-hats tucked in. These are all energy efficient, super low utility bill here. Something that's a huge pattern on Long Island that the builders are bringing in is just really making these homes as energy efficient as possible, given that the budget has expanded so much. You know, we're under $1 million on this one. This is $929 asking price, but a lot of the new constructions that you'll see are coming up over the $1 million mark. Taxes in the 20,000s. I mean, these taxes are only going to be, can you guess the tax, Stephen? 10. Guess higher. It's higher. Wow. We're at 14. Okay, but you can still grieve those as well. They've already been pre-grieved for next year. For a new construction home, yeah. You're getting the beach access here, railroad access, and of course, we're minutes away from the renowned nautical mile. So with the expanding foam that we have throughout the ceiling, throughout your installation here, it's going to really cut down how much you spend on your utilities, your gas, and really just to maintain and operate the home. I mean, straight off of that, you have your deck. What was that, Steve? Step into the kitchen, okay? White quartz on the countertops here, all lightweight Fabi wood on the cabinets here, and what people love, I don't know why this is so trending, but people like make TikToks about it, the soft close drawer, like it doesn't slam. You can't be angry in this house, apparently. I can tell you my girlfriend will always have a smile on if this is her kitchen. So you have your stainless steel appliances, super tall heightened cabinets here, and there's really an abundance of space. I mean, white backsplash to really open it up as well. Every little detail here to bring as much white into the kitchen, make it bright as possible, was done here. And of course, giving that window off to the west here, really going to have some nice sunsets while you're doing your part, Steven, and cleaning dishes in that sink. Yeah, check it out. So you have ventilation here as well. So you actually have a vent from the HVAC, so you're not going to have dry snacks, everything in here. You can make this a coat closet if you want, but I don't see why you would do that. This is for the food. What we did notice, of course, is this cafe table here kind of breaks up traffic, right? So, you know, afternoons when the kiddos are coming in from school, we now have flow. Okay, a lot of people would recommend or think of having an island here, but I can tell you not every home, even in new construction, should have an island because it breaks up the flow and it can actually really close off the space. So these are good for your quick meals. It's a nice little accent table, the quick dinner. You can also have a TV dinner straight away into your living room here, or your quick breakfast. And that's really it, on-the-go meals. I think this table makes a great point. So if you're thinking about how you would set up this home and stage it for yourself, I recommend against the island or extra counter space in the kitchen because you have, I mean, really so much of it already. Just off behind me, though, I'm sure you noticed. How much you want to bet I'm going to have a problem opening the door? Oh, we got it. So right onto your deck here, take a look at this, Steve. And you could actually see straight onto the other two homes that we were talking about here. So as far as fencing goes, that's something that you do speak about with your neighbor here on Long Island. And typically, fences are split because they're right on the property line. They help both property owners divide the spaces up. So that's something that you will encounter on a lot of homes in Long Island. Either a fence needs repair or it just needs placement. That's something you can discuss with the neighbors that also purchased the next two houses as well. Yeah, make sure you like this video. And of course, if you guys are making a move out here to Long Island in 3 days, 3 months, let us know about it because we're the #1 relocation team here on Long Island. And we love working with especially people that want to bring into the new construction. But even if that's not you, we have plenty of homes that we get you in, line it up so you can actually see it firsthand and know before you go as well. So we're coming over here. Now, this is your first bath here. If you take a peek inside, Steve, I'll let you go for it. It's pretty spacious. You'll notice that all 3 of our baths here are full. So you're getting shower and toilet and, of course, brand new vanities topped up with the white quartz as well. These are porcelain floors below us. So that's where you're getting that huge amount of shine from. It really lights up the room. And these are floors that you want to make sure you Swift or keep clean because they are beautiful when they are shiny like this. Brand new look is very sustainable throughout, and they don't crack very easily. So if you're someone that drops the hairdryer a lot, you can get along well with this house. Closet space just off to the side as well. These accent closets are perfect for your panel. So you'll notice here we're pretty full, but we do have central AC, forced air system, and you can put coat hangers in here as well. Make what you will of the rest of the space, but here's where you're going to find those main body of utilities, including your electric panel, forced air. I call this the #5 bedroom, which you'll notice in a lot of 5-bedroom houses, even in new construction. They're making them bigger as they go, but when they were building these homes back in 2010, 2015, 2018 even, the rooms got very small. So here you actually have a decent amount of space. I mean, here we're staged as an office, you can make this a nursery, but it's also a decent sized #5 bed. And you can check out, you have a ton of light here, Steve, if you want to come on in. And of course, you can see, I mean, Carmen's right off South Ocean Avenue, so very easy access to all the shops. I mean, the location of these, I don't think could have been too much better. Every bedroom, by the way, the closet space is ridiculous. Check these out. You have the height. You can add more shelves if you want. Of course, you got your coat hangers as well. Pause. If we're buying at $929 brand new construction, no flood insurance, I want to know what that mortgage costs. So we're going to send this over to mortgage professional and founder of Broker Brigade, Derek Cam, out in Suffolk. Derek, at 20% down, what are we looking at on the monthly?
Hey, Chris, what's going on? Derek here. Thanks for hitting me up, man. Listen, on that particular home, you're looking at a payment of $6,053 if the borrower is willing to put 20% down. Conventional. That payment includes not only principal and interest, but taxes and insurance as well. Since the borrower is putting down 20%, they have the option not to escrow their taxes and insurance, which means that if they wanted to only make the principal interest payment of $4,636, they would be able to. This would also reduce their closing costs as they wouldn't have to create an escrow account with the lender.
Okay, headed to level 3 of the building here. These are going to be where the rest of your 4 bedrooms and your other 2 full baths are. And you can see, I mean, look above us, we've got a nice little light fixture here, something you can see from the exterior itself. It really brightens it up, makes it feel a bit homey up here. What you'll tend to notice, a lot of new constructions, it feels a bit cold, feels a bit empty, like just an empty crate that you're sitting in. Whereas here, we add the proper light fixtures, colors, finishes on the molding, it can feel more like a home, and that's something that they lack a lot of times. People will actually buy new construction, and then a month after, they're complaining about it. They don't know how to decorate it. It feels lonely, it feels cold, but literally, That's one thing that this home actually doesn't need. So now behind me is the master bed. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. Okay, don't show them anymore. That's it. We're going to come to that later. You got to stick around. And if you are liking the video so far, make sure you leave a like. Okay, come off to the side of the stairs. Now, 2 beds will be on this side. This will be your number 3, number 2. But let's take a peek inside. Go ahead, Steve. Now you can see the difference between the first bedroom we showed you and this. Ton more space. Again, obviously a ton of light here. Ceilings are still just over 8 feet. I think these are actually 9 feet on this floor. These are 9 feet high ceilings. So you can really bring an opening to the room. TV for that side for your cable. Yeah, and if you're thinking like bed, I'm saying throw it this way so you can get the view as well. And we talked about the closets, right, Steve? How much bigger they get? Check out your second finished bath. Go ahead, take a peek. Now these floors as well, porcelain tile with the wood look. Okay, so super gorgeous. They're hard to scratch. Again, drop stuff on it and you'll be fine. Okay, you've got quartz on the countertops here. Again, of course, all new faucets. Take a peek. I mean, you really do with this what you will. If you want different shaped mirror, fancy luxury mirrors, you have the ability to put that in yourself. Sometimes we'll have builders that put them in, pre-construction. They're going to have just the glow-up mirrors, and they don't really go well with the accents you want to have, so you have the ability to change that yourself. And take a peek. Of course, heat, fan, decent size shower here, window. It's a bathroom, right? That's what we call it. Yeah, we came from that one, so come on into your number 2 bed, okay? They get bigger as we go. So when I say like 5, 4, 3 bed, as we get down to 1, they increase in size. Again, wider in space now, same in depth. Closets are exactly the same as the other ones we just saw, so they're absolutely massive. Number 4 bed. Come on in. Now, where are the lights in here? There we are. Now this one gets a bit circular. We changed shape here. So it looks a bit smaller, but in diameter, we actually kind of open up the space, and you have lighting coming in from multiple sides. So you're actually not closing it off. Cable just to my left. And the closet on this one, I'll be honest, it's not as big as the other closets, okay? But it is here. And peek. This is for the little one. This is for the middle child. She gets this closet. Okay, well, we've waited. Are you ready for the master, Steve? Let's do it. Your primary suite, guys. Come on in. Take a peek. You have this biggest space in the house as far as bedrooms go, of course, so I call it the primary. Take a peek inside. Wide open again with the hardwood floors, and it looks like you're forced to have some champagne when you get out of bed first thing. Make sure you do that. His and hers closets. Which one do you think she gets? The answer is the bigger one, but But they're actually the same size, so you guys get decent amount of space. I'll show you just how big it is. You'll lose me in here. So I actually come way back. Come and check us out, Steve. Did you actually think they were this big? But yeah, we're over 6 feet wide on this and about 3 feet deep. So you have a ton of space for all of your crap. And it's the same on the other side as well. We'll get to the ensuite bathroom in a second. But exactly the same, it just goes this way. So, yeah, theoretically, if you wanted to connect the two, doable, not load bearing, but want to keep it separate, you got that option as well, of course. Come check out this bathroom. Look at how large that shower is. Again, porcelain on the tile floors, and those wrap around the shower as well. All new stainless steel on the handles, and you could just feel it. I love when builders use porcelain. They don't chintz out, go with some sort of quartz tiling that's very cheap. It can chip. The detail and the attention to detail in this build is actually one of my favorites because they went out, they spent the money, and it shows. Okay, and again, you customize the mirror, you put that here, white quartz on the vanities, lightweight on the wood. And then, of course, on the floor here, these are marble tiles, these hex tiles on the bottom of the shower here. So, beautiful door entry here, and this is all wrapped in as well. So, of course, 0 leaks. But just look at this space. See how I disappear into this thing? I mean, you can fit about 7 people in this shower. That's how big it actually is. So the shower time now became a great spa that you have here in this house. Is for sale right now as well. Currently doing open houses throughout the week. This is listed by our good friends over at Real Broker. And Real and EXP, we collab a lot. And, some of the best parts about this are the easy access. we have the relationships with these builders to know when these homes are coming on the market next, when they're going to get built, where they're being built. And particularly on the South Shore, for this builder in particular, that's the general vicinity they tend to focus on. So anywhere from the Freeport area to the Massapequa Park area, right along Sunrise Highway and south, that's where you're typically going to find this builder's work. And stay tuned for the next house. All right, so you may notice that my outfit's changed, the scenery's changed, and if you're not from this area, you wouldn't know that we had one of the worst storms last night. And it was right after me and Steven actually left that house that it started coming down. We had floods everywhere, which leads me to a really important topic, the topic of flood insurance, which we touched briefly on. So here on the South Shore, people forget that it's not just water, okay? You have the Atlantic Ocean that's behind you on a lot of these houses if you're on the South Shore, and that's powerful water. So it doesn't take much to actually see water in the streets. If you're getting a really bad rainstorm, and then combine that with wind, couple that with a lot of pressure from the fronts in the air, we can see a ton of flooding. And as I'm going to drop some of these videos and footage that we had from last night, that water was in the streets, it was ugly, but it does happen from time to time. So for those people that are wondering, do we need flood insurance? If it floods, it floods. No, it will really flood if it floods. And I'm actually right now, this is the Long Island Railroad. I moved over one town, so now I'm in Merrick. Okay, so right behind me is Sunrise Highway. These are all the shops you hear me talk about. Okay, you have a lot. It's like a service road, and then you have obviously this is running east and west. So this will take you out to Montauk, Manhattan. Okay, that's west, that's east. So a lot of these South Shore towns, all of them from the Nassau County South Shore I was showing you, go right here to Sunrise Highway. And this is where you're going to be taking your train out of. This is Merrick Station. So I'll take you through the town, a little bit of a tour here. I'll get you more footage of Sunrise Highway. All right, so we're walking into Merrick Village. It is beyond windy right now. But this is the village I was telling you about. All the towns have this, okay? It's a strip here. They run north to south. Now, what you're getting here is like calmer restaurants, bars, shops. You're not going to have like too crazy of a night out. Like, it's not going to be this insane party village. But you're going to come here for like peaceful dinners. One of my favorite pizza restaurants is across the street right here. San Marzano, okay? Beautiful interior of that place. You can sit down, have a nice, calm, cozy ambiance pizza sauce. I'm Italian, so that's what I do there. I think the wind's dying down, but this is Merrick. This is one of the ones that I grew up in, and it's more of the, I guess, sentimental to me because I grew up here, but all the towns are very similar like this. Everyone kind of knows each other. You see people wave to each other on these streets. They work together, or they just know people at the restaurant. So it's a great place for all of these towns on the South Shore, being Merrick, Bellmore, Wantagh, Massapequa, Seaford, Massapequa Park. They all have those similar village-type towns. You can see plenty of foot traffic. Well, not today, but there usually is. Just windy, so not a lot going on today, but this is the style of the town living, suburbia town village style that you're going to get when you come to the South Shore. A bit more quiet. When I take you up to the North Shore, you're going to notice a distinct difference in the way these villages operate. But for this video, we're sticking to the South Shore. All right, so the first one we're going to be looking at is in Freeport. So I'll zoom in on the map here. We go all the way down by the water here. We're going to Carmen Avenue. So you have throughout the town of Freeport, you're getting a nautical mile down here where you're seeing literally just tons of strips of bars, boats, all of the fun party scene and lifestyle of a beach town without being so beachy, and tons of entertainment. You can bring luxury cars down here. You can bring motorcycles down here. Tons of things to do, especially in the summertime. So we're gonna head over to Bellmore next for a starter home here. And people don't necessarily like when I tell them to look at starter homes. They want to go straight for the dream home. The truth is that over the next 5 to 7 years, things are going to become increasingly more competitive and difficult to actually acquire properties without so many hedge funds and investors out there. So what you could actually do is getting into a starter home now is going to help you, rather than save $100,000 more, getting that equity of $100K is going to come so much quicker than if you actually save it, that you could actually acquire your dream property more comfortably a lot sooner by taking the starter home method. Now to get there, we're going to go just over to our east here in the town of Bellmore. All right, so we're at the second home now. If you come on in, this is actually my newest listing here in Bellmore. We're 2 towns over from Freeport where we were. And now I'm going to show you the starter home. Okay, this is along the South Shore like we were. You still have your train access, shops, restaurants, all of the details and the fun stuff, the entertainment that we saw out in Freeport, just 2 towns over here. So starter home, this is partially renovated as well. You're going to be seeing 3 beds, one full bath in here. And you'll notice the difference in lot size. This is a 4,000 square foot. It's 40 wide by 100 deep. I'm going to show you a little bit of the features that you're going to see here. So you come on in, this is actually an expanded Cape. And in Bellmore, on this quiet block of Frank Avenue, these used to be more bungalow style homes. So if you actually look at the block that we're on, everything's a little bit tighter, a little bit lower. And they build these houses taller as you go. So instead of building them out wide, because a lot of are a bit thinner, they build them up. And they make for really nice, people have luxury staircases. They move the bedroom and the staircase layout throughout in. So come on in, let's take a nice peek at this. And this one actually, by the time this video gets to you, this one's going to be live. It's listed at $539 with me. Come on in, let's take a peek. And so we're actually preparing this one to hit the, oh, hello, Bella. To hit the market. So we just did our photos and we're moving stuff around. But if you come in right off the entry, laminate floors, and it leads you right into your kind of eating kitchen here. So the fact that there's no wall here, no barrier that actually is going to obstruct any of the square footage is what makes these Cape homes have the square footage and the open concept that they do. You open it up as much as you can. So you're able to have that kitchen, our kitchen, right off into the dining room. Now come on in, take a peek here. So we have the original cabinets, but we have stone backsplash along with your granite countertops, updated faucets, and appliances have been updated in the last 5 years. Well, I'll take you through this way because we're hanging out in there. We'll go first to the sunroom. So you peel on back down the staircase. What originally was a smaller Cape house that they expand, there are a lot of steps on the interior. So again, you have the laminate style flooring in here, and it's very lit up in here. Okay, you have a ton of natural light pouring in. This is why they call it a sunroom. So along the wall, we're able to hang the TV up. You organize furniture as you want. Pellet stove just off to your left, Andy. So this room stays whatever climate you want because you have AC in here as well. It's very climate controlled. That's one of the things that makes this house like very efficient. You have solar panels on the roof, so those are always a good option. This one happens to be leased, so it's transferable. You take that on, and really you're only looking at a utility bill of like at the top end, $60 per month. So it's like nothing to just stay in this house, along with the fact that the taxes are below $10,000. Typically in Bellmore, what you're going to see is they're above 10, 12, 14 even. You get into the bigger style homes like high ranches, colonials, and they'll pull right up into the 20,000s easily if you're not grieving them and taking care of that, which we show you how to do on this channel. Have personality, you're good. You don't have to, I'm not going to be like, shut up. Make your way out to the back patio here. It's very well lit at night, but again, you'll start to notice what we were talking about 40 by 100. So you're 100 square feet going backward. We got some construction just off behind us here. And like I said, they're building the dormer out on that house. That's what all of these homes are doing. They build them taller, dormers, higher ceilings on the second floor. And this sunroom, the fact that we have this here, it does come back into your backyard, but you're able to have that extra interior square footage that you're looking for. And in this house, we're sitting at just about 900 square feet interior. Gas light right behind us, covered up. But during the summer, makes for great kind of natural heating to the environment, adds a little bit of ambiance as well. Little landscape lights peppered throughout each garden on either side of me. Waterfall just to my left. And just behind me, you have this detached one-car garage. Again, you use it for what you like. You want to make this little workout. You want to make it a workshop. Depends, you know, it's a home gym. Or just use it for the car. But you have plenty of space to park as well. I mean, off to the side of the property. I'll even bring you over there. Room for 5 cars. I'll open this up so you can see it. And just how big it actually is. So, yeah, you're getting 5 cars easily along this driveway space here. All private for yourself, your family. You're having people over. Definitely easy to entertain and have cars be parked here. And there's tons of parking on the block too, but you can all have everyone just be here as well. Now, hold on again. At $529,000, we got to send this back to Derek Cam at Broker Brigade. If we have $529,000, we're going, let's say 10% down on the down payment. What does it look like monthly? Break it down for us, Derek.
Hey, Chris, on that property, borrowers would be looking at a payment of $3,928 by only putting 10% down plus closing costs.
Okay, back inside the sunroom where we started before. I'm going to take you to the bedrooms now and bathroom. Come on in. So back up into your kitchen, off the foyer area. We're going to head straight through this hallway here. And this leads you to your primary, your number 1 bed, okay? The space you're getting in here, I mean, roughly a little bigger than 12 by 12. And you got ample light coming through there. Ceiling's pretty heighted for something coming off of the tapered roof here. So the way that this is organized, it just gives you more room to get through here, get to the closet space. You know, you stage things how you like. That's one of the things we make sure that people know. 2 owners will never be the same, but this is what gives this room the ample space effect that it has, with it just only having the 3 beds here. And we'll pull into the next one next. We'll come on through. This is the bath. Updated white tiling, encases the entire shower, so it adds a ton of light. The light bounces off it, gives you a ton more square footage of a look, a brighter, open, wider room. And one of the classy things that we're actually seeing a lot of builders do in new construction is they add the black accents. So it's very luxurious. It's something you don't see. It gets you away from a lot of the browns, beiges that you see in bathrooms, and it adds like a super luxe feel to it. Of course, quartz on the vanity here, and they kept the accents with the wood, matching the black accents on the shower here. New toilet as well. Try to think of a fun name for toilets lately that I can call them. All right, lead us up the stairs now. We'll head into the number 2 bed. Come on up, Andy. Just up to my left here. Very different arrangement than what you may have expected. So a lot of the capes still actually dormer these off, meaning we open up the space of the ceiling height. So right now, right where Andy's hitting his head, which you can't see, is actually about a little over 5 feet. Okay, and it gets kind of tapered way down as you go, but towards the middle of the room, you're looking at roughly a little over 6 feet, possibly almost on your way to 7 feet. But you can structure this and arrange it how you like. Some people will take these and make offices out of them, nurseries out of them, or they'll just use it as storage. And I was actually going to crawl where you are because I'm going to show them the storage. In all cape houses, okay, along the lining, the sides, these pull out and you have tons of storage. They wrap around the entire perimeter, usually of the entire second floor, first floor. Capes are known for having massive amounts of storage space, and this pocket just runs deep. A lot of people tuck their HVAC in here. If I go digging, I'm going to find the HVAC in this one as well. But you use the storage as you like, and if you decide to blow the ceiling out on this one, really heighten up your ceilings up here, typically I've seen jobs like that run about $50,000 to $75,000 on the low end, depending how expensive you want to go with it. But again, it's all your choices. And your closet's going to be right here as well. Come on across. The same pretty much purpose as we had in the other room. If you wanted to, sometimes also people will conjoin this top level. So they'll actually take out the top 3 stairs so they can make this pretty much one big room going across. You do cut down your room count when you do that, but you have more space. Totally depends how you want to use the space. But both sides generally, because they go on either side of the building, will have light coming in. So you have your windows, your egress. And the closet on this one is just off to my right. So thank you for watching the video, guys. That has been a new construction home and a starter home here on the South Shore of Long Island in Nassau County. If you guys like this video, be sure to leave a like. If you have any questions about moving out here, seeing some of the properties here, me and my team are happy to give that information to you, show you what it's like out here. And of course, check out the next videos. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let us know you like the video, or if there's something that you want to see, we want to know about it. So we'll see you in the next video.